This is a demonstration of the failure of the Inctel i5-4200U under stress. First, I'll boot up and show you the default values in the BIOS. Here's the standard BIOS that comes with the box. It's a little outdated. It should be updated by Inctel. If you go down to CPU configuration, you will see that the standard settings are all 0, which defaults to 15 watts and 25 watts. The limit locks are enabled, which means that only Intel can unlock them from their software. You normally have to change these and reboot. As it says, the values will be locked and a reset will be required to unlock the register. So now I'll boot the system to Windows. This is Windows 32-bit, but the same effects are seen on 64-bit. I've got two utilities installed here. One is the Intel Extreme Tuning utility, and the other is an OCCT stress test. I've provided links for both of these. So first we'll bring up the Intel Extreme Tuning utility. And go to Core. This shows core values for the CPU. You can see that the Turbo Boost Power Max is set to 15 watts, which is normal, but the short-term Power Max is set to 25, which is way out of range. So I'm going to leave it at these values to show what happens when we run the stress test. And again, this is OCCT stress test. You can select either the GPU 3D stress test or the power supply stress test. Either one will cause failure within just a few seconds. So I've selected power supply. I'll press on, and immediately, within 1 second, in this case, usually it takes up to 5 seconds, but the power has shut off. The Inctel light on the front panel is now out. So I'll boot it up again. And as you can see, Windows has shut down abnormally, so let's go ahead and start it. All right, so bring up the Intel Extreme Tuning utility again. And it has problems because it died unexpectedly. Core values. Now if I take the short-term Power Max down to say 18, I've tried it up to I think 18.375 and it seems to work. But to be safe, let's do it at 18. Apply. Now I'll run the OCCT utility again. Have it set to power supply, click on, and now the display is stable. You can see the temperature is going up here. It's up to 55 on the package, 55C. And eventually it'll get up in the 70s or 80s. If it gets too hot, it'll just shut down. But I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is the very short-term power surges that cause the system to crash. I mean, not even crash. It shuts